is my first model? Nicole, wake up! It's already 5 a.m. You were supposed to be here 30 minutes ago. Look, Heidi's going to be here any minute, but get your ass out of bed and get down here ASAP. Knock at the door. Good morning, Heidi. Thanks for being on time. Nicole overslept, so let's set your hair and do as much makeup as possible. I'm going to have to finish both of you on the motorhome on the way to location. Is there any coffee? No, dear. It's too early. Come, sit. We'll get coffee on the motorhome on the way. I'm setting Heidi's hair, and Nicole finally arrives. Kathleena, I'm so sorry. I had an audition before I left New York, and then my flight got delayed because of the storm. I only just got to the hotel at 3 a.m. I'm sorry, I didn't even hear my alarm. No sleep, and she looks like a luminous Christmas angel. Me no sleep. I'm a train wreck. Oh, there I go again, comparing. I gotta stop doing that. Nicole, maybe you can take a nap during the midday break. But look, we don't have that much time right now, so start putting your makeup on while I finish Heidi's hot rollers. Poor baby, that sounds brutal. Well, I hope at least your audition went well. Oh, the audition? You know, sometimes I wonder why I'm even doing this anymore. I've been a model for 5 years now, and I'm still not a supermodel. Oh, come on, Nicole. You're working a lot. That's what's really important. And anyway, don't stop focusing on the supermodel thing. It's so rare. Well, the audition was for a cosmetics campaign. There were maybe 50 of us in the room waiting to be seen. Then the casting woman comes in and she says, "Who here is 14 years or younger?" 3 girls raise their hands. Then she says, "The rest of you may leave." 14! They're looking for 14-year-olds. I'm 19 and I'm already too old. You're too old. If you're too old at 19, where does that leave me at 35? And besides, nothing really happens before 30 when it comes to having a clue about who you are, your beauty, your power as a woman. Oh, but what do I know? I'm still trying to figure it out. Nicole, I've had the same experience on castings. It's demoralizing. Oh, but I want to be a supermodel. Do you think I need cosmetic surgery? No. Stop obsessing about this supermodel thing. You're 19. You do not need plastic surgery. Then the phone rings. Hello? What? Shit. Okay, we'll be down as fast as I can pack us up. They want us down on the motorhome, ASAP. Evidently, all the airports up north are closed because of the blizzard. The third model for the afternoon session can't even get here, so it's just the 2 of you today. We gotta go. But this conversation is not over. By 6:30 a.m., we're shooting bathing suits on the beach to catch the pre-sunrise light. Then on to a second location to shoot dresses at a famous Art Deco hotel along the Strip in South Beach. Darren, the photographer, is a rugged, balding Brit wearing shorts and a denim shirt. He's sporting a stubbly beard, a ponytail, and a baseball cap. Nicole, How many times must I tell you? I need you to look towards the sunrise. Is that so hard to remember? And can't you keep your eyes open just a bit longer, love? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll try harder. I guess my eyes are a little sensitive this morning. Astrid, the dress looks absolutely dreadful. Can't we pin the back so she doesn't look so wide? Astrid is our marvelous wardrobe stylist. She could take a burlap potato sack and make it look like a cocktail dress off the rack from Neiman's with her magic kit of pins, clips, and tapes. Mexican and Irish, with big green eyes and straight auburn hair. Astrid silently pins the stiff polyester material with hummingbird-like hands. We move around one another like a dancing duo, me gluing down stray hairs and Astrid pinning the dress into a more tapered, pleasing shape around Nicole's bony body. Honestly, her waist is so tiny, I wonder how all the organs fit in there. I sense Nicole's tired fragility. Hey, pretty girl, these crappy clothes suck. The only reason they look good is because you're gorgeous and Astrid is a magician. Okay, ladies, any time now. Stop futzing with the hair and hurry up with the pinning. I'm losing the goddamned light. Before she pinned the dress, she looked like a cow. And now, with the shoulder pads and the narrow at the bottom, she looks like a vacuum cleaner. John Palladini, the art director for the catalog, the boss man. He's older than everyone else, like 50, and easily 300 pounds with kinky curly black hair. He's an Italian Jabba the Hutt, with always sweating and leering at the models through his Coke bottle glasses, fanning himself with the February swimsuit issue of Sports Illustrated. He fancies himself as some kind of fashion Svengali. Oh, yeah. I hired Whitney Houston when she was just 17, just starting out as a model before she became a singer. I knew she'd be big. Some girls, they got it, and some don't. We finished the first half of the day by 10 a.m. Now it's back to the hotel for day break. The girls agree to meet in my room for breakfast, and Heidi arrives first. Heidi, I'm ordering a veggie omelet. What do you want for breakfast? Oh, that sounds great. I'm starving. Okay, so make that 2 veggie omelets. Yeah, can you send a big carafe of coffee with 3 cups? Heidi, get the door. It's let Nicole in. Yes, 2%. Can you make it 2%? And also some sweet and low. Right, I might call you back in a minute. We're probably going to add something to the order. Great, thanks. Hey, Nicole. Heidi and I just ordered omelets. What do you want for breakfast? I'll call back and add it to the order. Oh, I'm not eating anything. I just got off the phone with my agent, and she said that I'm still too fleshy. I need to lose more weight. Nicole, how much thinner can you be? You're already bony minus size 0. She had to stop eating and stop exercising. Line. Nicole, you don't need to lose an ounce. Pressuring you to be anorexic? Competing with 13 and 14-year-olds? I'm beginning to think that this business is like a vampire sucking and feeding on new blood. They're crazy. My agent told me the same thing. They want us to be skeletons with skin, this new heroin chic look. My agent said, lose weight and cut off your hair. I said, no, this is my body and this is my hair. Wow, Heidi, good for you. My therapist is always telling me to stop comparing myself to other people and accept my body. Oh, but anyway, what happened? It went from us creating these images of strong, healthy, active women in these last few years to this, it's the waif look. The models are so emaciated with circles under their eyes. They look stoned on drugs in some dumpy hotel room, dressed in expensive designer clothes. It's absurd. Right, those new Calvin Klein ads. He called it elegantly wasted. What a moron. Drugs. I did that in my 20s. What a waste of money and brain cells. I'd much rather buy shoes now instead. Well, if you ask me, it's disgusting. Actually, Kathleena, I was on a photo shoot last week, and the photographer and the others were snorting something. Maybe it was heroin. I didn't want to do it at all, but I felt like I had no choice. For real, Nicole? Did you call your agent? Oh, it was a really big photographer, and my agent said that I was really lucky to work with him and try not to make a big deal about it. Oh, my agent really does try to help me. She gave me these pills to help me lose weight. They're herbal, and she said they're completely safe and not addictive at all. Oh, yeah. Do as you're told. That's what they want. Kathleena, they have so much control. One of my clients called to book me, and my agent said that I was unavailable, so they booked another girl. I wasn't even working. Line. I only found out because I ran into the client on the street midtown. Only supermodels have real power. Maybe it's time for a new agent, Heidi. And then Michael Kors called me a catalog queen when I auditioned for his runway show. He wouldn't book me. My agents make a lot of money off me doing these catalog jobs. But you get stuck. It's not good for the career. Dream has always been to be a supermodel. 5 years ago, I won a beauty contest in Honolulu where I lived. The first prize was a ticket to New York to be the new face at my agency. The scout promised my mother that I would be well looked after and that they would arrange for a tutor so that I could finish high school. I could live in the chaperoned model apartment in New York City. Then they sent me to Paris so that I could work at their sister agency and build my portfolio with work in French magazines. Well, when I arrived there in Paris at the agency, the owner of the agency, Gerard, told me that I was the most beautiful girl he had ever had at his agency. We had dinner with champagne, and then we danced all night in the coolest disco in Paris. Gerard talked about the career I would have as a supermodel as we walked along the Seine River in the City of Lights. This was my big chance, right? He said, none of it would happen unless I slept with him. So I fucked him. I was just 15. I had just turned 15. I moved in with Gerard, and I did work. All the best magazines, French Vogue, Marie Claire. After a few months, he sent me to Milan, where I worked like crazy for all the top Italian magazines. My portfolio was becoming a dream come true. But when I came back to Paris, there was a new girl living with Gerard. He hardly even looked at me. Then one of the other models told me, "Oh, cheer up, chérie. It's just Gerard. She's the new flavor of the month. Don't you know? He fucks everyone." He told me I was special. So I came back to New York, and my agency was so mad because I didn't stay longer. And they wouldn't listen to me when I told them what happened. And then I found out that I owed money for the rent in New York, for the tutor, and for sending me to Europe to build my book. This is outrageous. You were just a minor. This is outright child abuse. Kathleena, you're shocked? The agencies throw parties all the time for wealthy older guys looking for a date. It can be pretty gross. Oh, but I don't want to go back to Hawaii, to that dumpy little apartment. My mother and her boyfriend always fighting and drinking. I hold Nicole as she sobs in my arms like a broken doll. I tell her to go back to her room and get some rest before the second session, and she leaves. Kathleena, when you are a model, people actually talk about you as if you were an inanimate object all the time, like today on set. And John and Darren are not the worst. This is the business. And you are part of it. You do it too. Oh, I guess I thought that you girls had it all. I just never stopped to think what it must be like for you to be so objectified all the time. I've been so focused on trying to be cool and do cool hair and makeup, and so that the clients keep hiring me, like me. Oh, honestly, maybe I didn't want to see the perverse manipulation of it all and how we're all affected. Line. My job is to help create the images that I then compare myself to. Then I beat myself up because I'm not that tall, slender, pubescent illusion. And now what I'm understanding is that it's completely impossible, even for you. Models are just living clothes hangers, there to make the clothes look good. And speaking of looking good, I just broke up with my boyfriend. He's a location scout down here in South Beach for the business. Whenever we would go out for dinner, he would always want me to dress up, wear something sexy. Not exactly what I want to do after changing outfits all day long on set. Then all the while we are eating dinner, he would be watching the door of the restaurant to see who was coming in. He wouldn't even pay attention to me. Finally, I said, hey, I'm here. See me. How rude. But he just wanted to be seen with me, to make him look good. What a jerk. Heidi, I'm so sorry. I admire you for your strength and your courage, standing up to your agents, dumping your douchebag boyfriend. I mean, I'm only just beginning to be comfortable in my own skin. And how can we learn how to love and accept ourselves with this relentless barrage? I mean, our business is all about marketing superficial beauty. But then, sometimes the work can be really fun and really creative. I don't know. But I do know that expressing my creativity feeds my soul. And creating beauty can be really healing. I just don't want to be hurting myself or anyone else with what I create anymore. What are we going to do? Heidi, you are a very special person. Don't let this vampire suck the very life out of you. Two days later, there's a knock at my door during the midday break. It's Heidi. Kathleena, I want to show you something. You know, you were talking the other day about how expressing your creativity feeds your soul. Well, last night I got inspired. So I went and I bought some paints and a canvas, and I made this painting propped up in the bathtub of my bathroom. What do you think? Heidi presents a colorful painting of an ocean scene. A pod of smiling dolphins diving in and out of turbulent turquoise and cobalt blue waves. The sun shining brightly from the upper right corner onto the scene. It's a little cheesy, but this painting is full of innocence, and the purity of it touches my heart. Heidi, it's amazing. You really like it? It's incredible. And so are you. I'll never know what happened to Nicole. I never worked with her again. Heidi did get a new agent, and soon after, she was cast as a Victoria's Secret angel for the runway show. Pretty soon, her supermodel angel colleagues were calling her the Body. Fame snowballed for Heidi when she made the revered cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. She got her own TV show, Project Runway. You could say she was a bitch on that show. Or maybe she was just being a strong woman. Now, She's a judge for the popular TV show America's Got Talent, where she acknowledges and celebrates the special gifts and talents and creativity of contestants. Line. Heidi Klum is a household name and a multi-million-dollar brand. Her story is a rare one in the fashion industry. Too many young girls have dreams of becoming a big model, but inevitably they will find themselves in compromising, dangerous, and inappropriate situations. The seedy bottom feeders of the industry are always on the lookout for a fresh new face to capitalize on. Like a big monster, grasping and groping, and eventually sucking the innocence out of young girls, exploiting them at every turn in order to sell all of us a whole bunch of stuff. Anorexia historically has been encouraged in the fashion world. It was only just a few years ago that a Brazilian model, another young girl, literally dropped dead on the runway due to complications from anorexia nervosa. There was a brief outcry for a little while, then back to business as usual. And yes, I admit that I too nearly slid into the darkness of that abyss within myself. Stop it. I think. Is this good, Lori?
You may use this.
Do you need anything else? Do you need anything else?
It is not locked.
Do you need anything else? Can I help you? I'm glad that's over.